take my last 15-14 minutes to kind of talk about this live as best I can. Basically, the topic of the video obviously is in the topic discussion, is in the title. But basically, the question I'm sure a lot of people have is, why do videos focusing on romantic ships and all kinds of media, relationships if you will, get the most views? I mean, again, I used my most recent video as an example that I uploaded last night. I uploaded that around, I would say, the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock hour. And already it's gotten about, I would say, 150 views about. Well, it's basically nearly halfway to 200 views. And that's in less than 14 hours. And that's saying something. Now, I did link it to other areas, to Facebook, Twitter, DeviantArt, and even the MLP forums. But even with all that said, because I've done that before, and never do I really get that many views right off the bat. Now, true, it does kind of help. It does kind of help. What I'm trying to say is it does kind of help that basically the video is 5 minutes long, 5.5 minutes long. That's about it. It's that length of a video. And again, that might help out a little bit because I kind of get right to the point with that video. I kind of get to the point of what the video is about. Now, there's the obvious question of, why do videos like this get the most views, so quickly? Why do they get so many views? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do they get so many views right off the bat? Like, why do they get so many views? And I think the reason videos like this get many views, if you will, the reason they get so many views is because people like to hear about these kind of things. They like to hear other people's thoughts on them, as well as they like to see other fellow fans that may support that romantic ship of certain characters. They might want to hear others' take on it, what others have to say. And that's entirely true. And I do apologize for any interruptions. Ironically, I start doing this, and that's when a lot of people start showing up and whatever. I mean, you got kids, of course. You know how they are, especially when they're out of school and they got nothing much to do. But anyway, like I said, I do apologize for the noise and all that stuff. Yeah, sorry about that, but like I said, people just like to hear what others have to say, hear their thoughts on how they feel about certain relationships with characters, or that occur between characters throughout a series, whether it's in animation, comic books, or probably live action. They love to hear it, and sometimes they only, and even when it comes to movies, they want to hear what people's thoughts are. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I know, for example, that I'm not the only supporter of Dale and Gadget. I know that. I know that for a fact. I'm not the only supporter of that relationship, from Chippendale Rescue Rangers. I know that there are many others out there that would support it. Heck, there are people that, believe it or not, believe it or not, um, and I apologize for the noise around here. But like I said, there are many fans of Chippendale Rescue Rangers that support Dale and Gadget. They support that relationship because, like I said in my 10 best ships countdown video I did, basically Dale and Gadget, they're kind of alike in a sense. They have different likes and things. They have different interests. And they're both very supportive of each other and others. So, and they're more willing, especially Dale, more willing to let loose and relax. And, you can't, to me, you can't find a better pairing than those two characters. And this is why, like I said in my countdown video, or my top 10, in my 10 best animated ship video, I should say, countdown, 10 best, whatever you want to call it. That's why I said there that, I believe had a movie made as it was originally planned to be back in the early 90s, as like I think the second movie in a series of Disney movie tunes based on Disney afternoon properties, I think the movie would have given us our answer, and the answer would have been Dale being chosen by Gadget to, be an item. Basically, Dale would win Gadget over, I think, in a very natural way. But, and like I said, I know I'm not the only one that supports that ship, so when I talk about a ship like that, on camera, like here on YouTube, other fans like to hear it. Other fans like to hear, fellow fans and ship supporters' thoughts on why the ship works, why it's one of the best ones around. You know what I'm saying? Why it's one of the best ones around. I mean, one of them, and one of the biggest ships that I support romantically and in continuity, whether it's in animated form or comic book form, of course, is Sonic and Sally from Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, it's like I said before, this is why they were the number one ship. This is why they were the number one spot in the 10 best ships video I did. It's the fact that these are the kind of characters that watch out for each other. These are the kind of characters that are good foils off of each other. And the fact that you got that moment in Doomsday where, Sonic wants to go off on his own after they get both Power Stones and and Sally has to put her hand over his mouth and basically emphasize that, no, it's not just you, it's us. We're going together. We're going to be together, till the end. Basically, it's, as I said in the video, it's her way of saying, if anything goes wrong, if anything happens to them, she doesn't want to be anywhere else but by his side. I mean, she even said basically that we are in this together, no matter how it ends. So that to me, is an example of a very strong relationship between characters, and why people support a ship like that, because it's believable. It is believable. I mean, yeah, people do have the rights to support who they want to support and talk about who they want to talk about. Because there are people that support Sonic and Amy. There are people that support Sonic and Blaze, Sonic and Tangle, Sonic and Whisper. There's a lot of them that support these other kind of ships, but here's the thing. When people talk about those ships in video, in a video context, they don't get many views. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, and I say this with all due respect, but they don't get many views. The one that gets the most views out of them all, if you do a comparison, is Sonic and Sally. That's the truth. It is no doubt the truth. And this is why people support it. Or this is why I should say, well, yeah, people support it, but this is why when people do videos on it, like I do or anybody else, this is why it gets a lot of views, because people love hearing other people's thoughts on it, other ship supporters' thoughts on the relationship between the characters and how they feel about it, or how they feel hey, this could, work out this way, this could work out that way, this can be improved, stuff like that. They love to hear the thoughts. And whether or not they link it to fan group pages on Facebook, Twitter, it's whatever, whether they do that or not, even without doing it, it gets a lot of views. I mean, I know that when I would talk about Sonic and Sally a few times without linking it, it would get more views than I could ever imagine. You know, the same again goes to Spike and Rarity, who, of course, on the thumbnail for this video. Spike and Rarity, depending on how long the video is that you post on YouTube, no matter who discusses it, no matter who talks about it, because people are invested in that ship, because it's a ship, if you will, that has set sail since the beginning. And true, it's encountered rough patches, a cooling off period, but still in the final few seasons, what happened? Even with the movie, what happened? It came back stronger than ever. And I know some fans, basically mixed about it. Some fans feel it's not a good ship, and I totally understand that. But again, whether you like it or you don't, when people that are fans of it talk about it, there is an increase in viewership of that video. It may not be like on the levels of AVGN, if you will, like videos when they get uploaded after one day. No, but still, it's on that level of being one of YouTube's most watched videos, even if it's in the hundreds or 200s. It's one of the more watched videos for that past 12 to 24 hours. So, and again, I understand people may not like the ship, and that's fine. But when people talk about it, people do PMVs about it, which is pony music videos on it. Um, they get a kick out of them. They like them. They support it. I mean, my video yesterday was only like I said, 5.5 minutes or so, but people still watched it. I've gotten, like I said, almost halfway to 200, in not even less than 14 hours, because people like the ship and they like the idea that there's a rumor going around, speculation rumor, that Spike and Rarity could end up together in Pony Life. That the roles could be reversed, that it could be Rarity crushing on Spike, that scenario could be that a scenario between the two characters could be very similar to what we see with Bugs and Lola, or what we saw with Bugs and Lola in the new Looney Tunes show. Similar but not identical. Like I said in the video yesterday, I said I could see something being similar, not identical, but along the lines of they'll remain close friends, but secretly still have an affection for each other that goes beyond friendship. And that I could also see, if that is the case, if the speculated rumors are true, I could see that if that is the case, I could see them doing an episode, whether it's a full-length 22-minute episode, which is split into two 11-minute mini arcs, or just one standalone 11-minute mini arc. I could see one of those scenarios playing out as being a date episode, or being a date, mini episode, whatever you want to call it, where Spike and Rarity go on a date with each other, and that kind of starts the reels to something that goes beyond friendship. I could see that happening, not saying it would. Like I said, I could see it happening, not saying it would. Point is, as I get ready to wrap this, because I gotta get back into work here. Point is, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how you feel about a ship, you have to, no matter how you might feel about a certain ship in a franchise, whether it's Disney, whether it's Disney related, comic book related, game related, Pony, Hasbro, Pony, G.I. Joe, Transformer related, whatever. Basically, when fans of those franchises talk about ships, these romantic ships, and they talk about them in a positive way, it shows that not only do they find them cute, adorable, and all that, but shows that they're supporters and fans of them. That is why right then and there those videos get many views, because not only do people want to hear what they have to say, but you have fellow shippers and supporters of those ships that want to hear what fellow shippers and supporters have to say of it on their end, and perhaps it will encourage those people to come out and maybe give their own thoughts on why they support as that ship in that franchise. So, but so anyway, that's basically why those kind of videos get so many views even in a short period, like the one that I did last night is currently getting. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. What are your thoughts on what I had to say about this subject, about this topic, that is? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. I got to get back into work. And I will talk to y'all later. Thank you all for watching live. And I am out.